Welcome to the Orlando Lions Den podcast, your number one Orlando City podcast. For the fans, by the fans. For the fans, by the fans. Keeping you in the know on all things Orlando City since 2018.
Woo! Welcome back.
Cut it. 52 million for what? You're still trash. You got a ball-headed fraud for a goalkeeper. You got rid of Joseph, and now Joseph, you bring back Miggy, even the dog's mad. You bring back Miggy, and he's trash. He's washed, laundry.
I just want to go ahead and point out right now, your dog in the background is definitely the WWE. The what?
Yeah.
Trash.
What?
We're in the Ricardo Moreira era, and it started off with a bang.
Okay, we can't do that. You're gonna get us banned, man. Anyways.
John Moran over here.
Oh yeah, man.
Slow it down. Yeah.
No. He got banned from doing the shooting motion, so he started throwing grenades. Remember? And that's what we got to do instead. Just
He's rocket launchers next. Yeah.
It still looks too close.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Guys, welcome back into another episode of the Orlando Lions Den podcast. A little bit later than normal tonight, but hey, life happens, and that's what we got to do. But this was one we knew that we wanted to get to right away, because anytime you get to beat the brakes off of Atlanta, it's going to be a fun episode. Like Cleon said, 52 million for what? I know some of us were talking preseason. Man, I wish we'd spend like them sometimes. 100%. But what does that get you? It gets you nothing.
The most expensive purchase in the league history.
Whew.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
The only thing more impressive than Atlanta's ability to waste money, spending god ugly sums of money on trash, is other people's ability to buy their trash after Atlanta realizes they're trash. I would get jealous every time they make these big giant sales, but all they're going to do is buy more garbage with it. So it's whatever. I'm all with it. Marco Pasalic owns your $52 man. Come on, bro.
$52 man.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
That's what he is. They paid $52 million, but he's $52.
Right. Pasalic,
Yeah.
dog. Freeman,
Dog.
dog.
Oh,
Muriel, dog.
Right, yeah.
Was that Titus O'Neil? That what's going on here?
Super
no, let's go. Let's instead go Braun Breaker. Where my dog's at. All right. Well, Eddie, we subjected you to enough of modern wrestling talk. How you doing, brother?
That's okay. I'm doing good. I like it. It's astonishing how trash Atlanta was. Just we're never really in it. Just oh man, I was one of those who are like, man, that would be nice. My whole thing is that we don't spend big. If we spend big, we're paying a little bit. If we pay them a lot, we don't spend at all. I was like, why can't we do both? That meme. But they're doing both, and all these, yeah, like Cleon said, these players that go elsewhere, and Amaran was fine in Atlanta or whatever, I guess, but they brought him back. He's washed. Joseph's still out there cooking, and Joseph was an accident. There wasn't their main signing didn't show up. He backed out of it. That's how they got Joseph. So
I'm saying they got trying to get him.
They got more. I'm saying they got more misses and hits. Is what I'm saying.
What was that dude's name? He had a big old head. I remember that. Paraguayan.
Yeah, I don't know. You say big old head, I always think of Jason Kidd's son.
Something Romero or something like that. Anyway,
Google it.
He was trash too.
Yeah. I'm telling you, they got more misses and hits. Those people.
Yeah, I mean,
people buy their trash.
Moranchuk is still in. What is it? Still in Kyle Smith's pocket.
Right.
Didn't see anything from Moranchuk. Obviously, Latte Loth was suspended, but we made them pay for the fact that the people that they didn't have there, and they ain't scoring goals. So
getting locked up by Kyle Smith after the tax deadline is freaking insane.
Right, yeah. Guys barely slept. A busy couple weeks.
Mm-mm.
Oh man,
This dude's already wrapped it up for next year, bro. He's already passed the deadline, and you still got pocketed.
oh man,
Come on, man.
It never gets old beating Atlanta, man. I don't care how trash they are.
And this is also
knocking them out of the playoffs too, and then this. Great.
That's the thing. Like last year, they beat us twice in the regular season, but beating them in the playoffs, you can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me squat if that's what's knocking them out.
And that was a scruffy win, but
hey, we take them. Wins a win. 3 points, 3 points. So.
Yeah, APM all day.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, let me go ahead. Let's try and get the show back on track. Do a quick little pay the metaphorical bills. Talk some sponsors real quick. So first, Chad McGibbon, if you're trying to buy a house in the Central Florida area, at Chad McGibbon on Twitter. QR code's on the screen if you're watching along. Second, I'm keeping it quick because we want to talk about this stuff. We're having fun. If you're looking to buy a house, you also probably need to finance it. Hit up Leo Gonzalez, part of the Epic Mortgage team powered by U Mortgage, at Loans by Leo on social media. He's got you with all your questions, answers in regards to mortgages, finances, refinancing, all that fun stuff. Of course, Hourglass Brewing, our friends, made the No Mango No Party beer for a second year in a row. And naturally, second year in a row that our team has started to look pretty good after we had a watch party with them. So something's there. We might not win the watch parties, but we start winning after the watch parties. And then last but not least, our man Eddie, Comparing Insurance. Eddie, anything you got to talk about your insurance businesses here?
You talking about that's an old picture. I just hit the old gut behind that desk.
You got it, man.
Yeah. Nothing new. Just the usual, guys. Insurance is more complicated. The prices go up. It's good to check around. I have a lot of options, and I'm happy to help. And I'll tell you what you have is good, or what I have is better. But either way, you'll leave happy because you'll know what you got is good, or what you're getting is gooder. I'm gonna copyright that. But yeah.
Eddie trying to downplay it. Look at that lineup, bro. Look at that lineup on the beard.
Oh, the lineup though, bro.
Look at that lineup on the beard, bro.
Bro, that was whenever I get a haircut like that, my kids are like, "You look Puerto Rican again, Dad." Yeah. I let it go a little wire. Yeah.
Talk about wrestling, man. We should go get you to Lexus King's barber. He'll take care of you real good.
That's it.
Orlando.
Funny story. My barber, my dad went to get a haircut randomly at my barber's, and he sat in my barber's chair, and then my dad knows his dad. He's like, "Wait, where are you from? What's your name?" He's like, "Is this your dad?" And his dad's like a sports journalist in my dad's hometown.
Oh, that's funny.
In Mineola, Florida. My dad came from Puerto Rico to visit Mineola, Florida. He's like, "Oh, I know your dad."
Good old Mineola. All right, guys. Well, if you guys are watching along live with us or listening along, we'll put some comments up. But appreciate you guys being here. Feel free to comment along, and we'll get you guys on the screen. Join our conversation with us. Appreciate you guys always for being here. But we got to talk. The easiest thing to talk about, beating Atlanta 3-0. Got it started at the end of the first half. Muriel with a penalty kick that I don't know how we needed VAR to figure that one out, because the guy came right through the back of him, but I guess VAR was necessary. They eventually got the call right, got the penalty kick to go up. Then right at the
Mike, real quick, to me it looked like he went like this with his foot, like he tripped his foot, like he whiffed it almost, his front foot, and it fell. That's what the Spanish broadcast was saying too. I didn't think it was that clear at first. I don't care, but I don't think it was like a lock at first, man. It looked like he just kind of tripped and just kind of kept going down.
Hey, I mean, for me, pro officiating can do nothing wrong right there. They got everything right. You're right. They got everything right.
Mm-hmm. Put in the pro and pro. Yeah,
exactly.
Cleon, was that a Stonewall penalty to you or no? The replay?
Stonewall? No. But it was a penalty.
Yeah, if it happened to us, right, would you be mad?
It was a penalty, but if Rodrigo did that, I've been like, "Yo, you stupid."
Yeah,
that's the thing is, if Rodrigo did that, we would have been, well, that's Rodrigo. But if Janssen did that, we would have been like, "Nah, something's up."
Right. It's Rodrigo, and he's blaming the other people. I'm like, I take the other people's side. I'm like, it's probably
Cleon's making that face like he knows I'm right.
Yeah, right, Cleon. When it says Rodrigo and the other team is complaining, I'm like, you're probably right.
Anytime they call Rodrigo for anything, I don't even question it. Bro. Yeah, I don't even have to see it. I just, if they say foul, if they foul pointing in this dude's direction or giving a card, any type of card, I just assume he did. It's like that 50 Cent meme, bro. Like he guilty as hell. He did that.
Right. The same with Cesar. When he falls and they don't call it, I'm like, it's not a foul. Yeah.
All right, then moving on. Second goal, start of the second half. We got Alex Freeman, young gun, up on the score sheet again. And I got to go ahead and give a quick shout out first on this one, because that through ball by Marco Pasalic was something special to get to Freeman. And again, Freeman, dog, absolute dog.
Yeah, where are those people who when I tweeted out that Dagger Dan just lost his job when Freeman spelled him in the first game as a sub? I said it's over. Yeah, as a sub, I said it's over for Dagger Dan. He lost his job. People came after me, were upset.
Got it took.
Yeah, bro, he got it took. Look, no, I'm not a Dagger Dan hater. I'm just saying, kid's special, man. Star boy.
Like
I gotta go ahead.
X Dog through the roof. That's it.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming this is Zach right here. X Dog through the roof. 100%.
100%. Yep.
Dog. Oh God. And then final goal of Pasalic just made that bald fraud Brad Guzan, who's got to be pushing 70 at this point, just completely got his feet stuck in the ground and just dead in the water. You love to see it. Great shot. And also shout out to, I was listening to the Evan Weston broadcast during this, but all the highlights got posted. We had Max Bretos on the call, and I think we heard his vinegar strokes when Pasalic scored that goal, because it sounded like something you would hear in a bedroom, like he was freaking out.
I don't think I've ever heard the phrase.
Bro, I was about to say, hey, I was looking at Eddie and I was like, I was looking at Eddie to see if you guys things, because I was like, I've never heard that. Maybe Eddie heard it.
Clear.
No, we know this is.
This is the two Americas right here, right? Clear.
No. I ain't taking that right now. We are in a fantasy,
bro.
We are in a high profile. We are in a high profile fantasy football league together. And you mean to tell me that neither of you guys have seen the TV show The League?
No, actually.
Oh, God. First off, go back and watch it. Obviously, it's an entire TV show based off of
I heard good things about it.
Based off of a fantasy football league.
Oh, nice.
It's got very funny people in it. Really good. But vinegar strokes is a thing in there, and now you understand what someone's vinegar strokes is.
I mean, I know what it was.
I'll explain it to you off camera.
I'd never heard it before.
I never heard it before either.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I will say though, I just loved his call for it, because as soon as Pasalic got it and took a couple touches, you just hear him scream, "This is his spot!" and then he just takes a shot and goes in, and Bretos loses his mind. So loved it. Atlanta literally did nothing. 0 shots on target. I went back, rewatched the highlights that MLS
I thought they had one, huh? Or maybe it was like a cross. It was a cross. I remember it was a cross that looked like a shot.
Rewatched the MLS highlights that got posted. Nothing. Like literally, it was 7 minutes of just Orlando attacking. Nothing for Atlanta. The only mention of Atlanta really gotten that was their starting lineup. That's it. Like, that's sad. But I do want to highlight, because we talked about it. Me and Alex talked about it at length last week. I got to bring up D's comment here. No Atuesta, no party. He's kind of taking the role there because attack works. I mean, granted, I know we've been dogging Angulo most of the season, but there was one through ball that he put into Ivan Angulo in the first half that I'm just sitting there and I said nobody else on our team outside of maybe Ojeda makes that pass. Like,
Marco made it similar to Freeman's.
He did. It's I think the one that came from Atuesta just, I think, split a couple more defenders, which is what kind of made it stick out to me a little bit. But it's one of those things where I looked at that and I was like, that's what the team is missing, because that you don't get that from the midfield without him in there. You know,
that play alone equaled the amount of chances created by our midfield when he was gone that entire time. That chance he created matched the chances created by Dagger and Jarbert or whatever.
Well, now you got me Googling, because
you had said they had
in the last game.
Well, you said they created one chance, and that was one chance. Like, whatever happened.
They did. I just want to see if he beat them. Like, did he only have the one?
Right. And Angulo. I mean, that was a tough angle. Guzan came out, but he's got so much. After a while, he got tired and got stuck.
Hold on, let me go ahead and check Kyle.
But I kind of want to laugh though, Cleon. You know when Marco I said, you know what I love about him is like I love a near post goal. To me, it shows confidence and power. I mean, all his goals are net rippers, right? He never kind of like dusts one in or it's a little chunky, right? I mean, it's always smashed. And the one goal that I remember, maybe I remember it wrong, that wasn't near post was the super curler, which is one of the best goals in our history, right? Other than that, they're near post. And he tried to bend it earlier in the game, and he knew that was in his head. And then he went near post. But Guzan looked like the old man, and someone took his walker away. And like he just stuck, like his hips were like frozen, man. He was so bad. That was embarrassing.
I was gonna say the only other one that wasn't near post was his second goal the first week for the first week of the season. That one got kind of bounced around and was his like second rebound and it kind of went far post. But his initial shot was near post that he got the rebound to.
Right, but then he still smashed it in though, right? Like even then he like roofed it. Like this is like how people dunk and they just kind of just dunk. Right, there's people who just like flush. That's him. If he was a basketball player, he just dunks.
Yeah, he's just dog.
Yeah.
Bringing that meme back. I don't care. All our players right now, dogs.
And I knew it. I said it before. I was on the last podcast, but I'm like, Marco just looks like the guy who gets up for derbies or whatever. He just looks like the guy. You know what I mean? Like he got it. He knew what it is. You don't come from those countries. They got rivalries, but those rivalries are like blood rivalries. He knew what that was, man.
I'm gonna see.
We'll see what he does against Miami. He's gonna get him.
I mean, I live out in, obviously, as you guys know, I live out in Colorado now, and one of our most famous athletes out here is a guy from one of those countries out in that area, in Mr. Nikola Jokic, and I wouldn't mess with that dude.
Right.
They understand.
These guys seen war. These guys have seen war when they're like 6 and been smoking since they're like 9. You know what I mean, bro? They've seen stuff.
Like, no wonder this guy, when he's playing basketball, all he wants to do is just go home and play with his horses. Like, I get it.
Like Luka Modric, he's like as old as Brad Guzan, and he's still running like crazy. You think he's scared about running? This guy was running from bombs when he was like 6.
Oh,
you think running on a soccer pitch? You know what I mean?
Good Lord, dude.
He's running. There's a defender. Oh boy.
Oh man. All right. Well, we're canceled for this episode, but
sorry, guys. Sorry. We'll save it for the history podcast.
I'm just messing, man. God.
Well, like I said, we're on the Soviet bloc episode.
Exactly. Oh Jesus. But I mean, I guessed did a guest spot with Scarves and Spikes, so shout out to them before this. And like when I was talking with them, they were like, "Hey,
Cleo will never. Cleo, what are we? 8 years in, Cleo? Bro. Cleo, 8 years in. I always have fun on them. They're always fun. Montreal was cool
because they were like they basically they're acknowledging for the most part that they suck right now, and I was like, hell yeah, you do. Like I'm hyped that you guys are bad right now.
I always
you're missing 3 of your best players when we're playing against you. Like I'm so excited. But they were like asking, they're like, do you think it's gonna get better? Do you think we're gonna figure it out? I'm like, realistically, I probably, yeah. You guys got good players and you got a good coach. You spend enough money, like you better figure it out, otherwise everybody's fired. And you can't blame Bocanegra anymore. He's gone.
Right.
So like, I mean, I don't know if this is just who they are now or if they're gonna figure anything out, but like I love seeing their downfall. We've only got one other team's downfall that I want to see more. But like, I don't know, maybe that'll happen tomorrow night against Vancouver. We'll find out.
Right. There's nothing. One of my theories in sports is that you enjoy the moments. There's nothing to worry about when it comes to hypocrisies, right? So I don't care if Atlanta figures it out. You enjoy their downfall in that moment. Like you never know when a team's going to figure out and beat you. You keep waiting. Well, they beat us last time. Bro, who cares? Enjoy the moment. I don't care if they figure it out and spend more. I'm enjoying their downfall right now. They're absolute trash, and I'm enjoying every second of it.
Yep.
I'm never one of those. Well, they beat us 7 straight. You beat them 1, bro. That one time I'm celebrating like no end. Hypocrisy. That's what sports fandom is about. Right, Cleo, you disagree?
If there was a trophy to spend the money, they would have won it though.
That's true, right? They're like the Miami Dolphins, and remember they win the off season every year, free agency, or the Washington Commanders, right? Yeah. Ambition. Well, congratulations.
I mean, I think this is Zach here saying the refusal to play Miggy at the 10 is killing them. Dude, I don't know what they're doing.
They keep refusing to play him at the 10. Die away.
That's true. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a refusal to play him. Maybe it's just that Miggy's washed.
Maybe they saw Kyle Smith at the 6, and he was like, "I'm not even going to get any purchase playing at the 10."
Exactly. Like, how is Kyle Smith pulling Miguel Almiron and Alexei Moranchuk out of his pockets when he gets home?
Right.
You don't got that big of pockets, and Moranchuk's a big dude.
I don't even know where where Almiron was on the left from the right.
Bro, I don't remember seeing that.
I didn't even remember noticing him, but then Brekalo had him for a bit. I'm like, this guy was useful for Newcastle like a month ago, a little bit, right? He just runs hard, but maybe it's like those players who, once they rely on pace so much, they're not really that good otherwise. When that pace kind of goes away, or it's not an advantage, then what do they have? I think that's a bit of Almiron, because Almiron would score a lot of fast breaks, counterattacks, stuff like that. He isn't. I don't know. He was good, but he was just a work rate guy. When he went to Premier League, it just showed. He was just like Newcastle Angulo, basically.
Yeah. At least he got a couple goals contributions there, because we still need that from Angulo. We're praying. He's still in the starting lineup. He's still going to be here. I also do want to go ahead. Huh? I do want to go ahead and point out just two other moments in here from this game before we move on to stock up, stock down. One is I just want to give a quick congratulations to Cesar. The reason he was not even in the team was his wife was expecting to give birth the night of the game, so he was with his wife for that birth. I think it's the first child, I believe, which means we can avoid the second child curse for right now, so we're good there. But I also do have to go ahead and shout out, because I was on 10 After Dark where I was like, where the hell is he? I don't understand. We got no updates. And then they're like, oh, no, his wife was giving birth. I was like, well, now I'm an ass.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
I was like, my bad. I had no idea. Now, egg on my face. I am terrible about this.
You never know. We got to check those Instas for those pregnancy pics.
Exactly. Yeah. And then the second thing is we did see a sighting for Nicholas Rodriguez in this one. Hopefully we can start to see some more sightings of him. But yeah, he did get he definitely made one selfish play, which up 3-0. I don't mind you making a selfish play so much. But he did come in for left wing, got put through, decided to take a shot where if he didn't take a shot, he would have two players wide open in the center of the net for, in the center for an empty net shot. So, is what it is. We were up 3-0 though, so I'm not gonna fault it too much. But shout out to Cesar and his wife, birth of their first child. Shout out to Nicholas Rodriguez for being back in the team in general. And now we don't got suspensions going forward. Santos will be back. Schlegel obviously was back from suspension this game. And it seems like for the most part, I believe Gerbet was sick for this one, but I've seen pictures of him at training. And hopefully Cesar is good to go. Atuesta was good for the whole of this game. Hopefully, knock on wood, we're healthy moving forward. So I'll appreciate that. So
Atlanta was so bad they even let the kids out past their bedtime.
I know. We got Caraballo in, we got Gusky in,
yeah,
and didn't even give up a goal. So
dude, guys, I want you to know that in our group chat, the second that the kids come in, Cleon's always in there being like, "Shout-out's about to go away."
Yeah, right. Yeah, there goes the clean sheet. Yeah,
here come the kids with just enough time to give up a goal.
Hey, but yeah. But Calabai was hustling at the blew the whistle. He was out there fighting at the end. But I want to talk about a couple of things about the match. The DP contributions again. All 3 goals are DP contributions. Muriel, the penalty goat, man, he didn't even go to the corner. I don't know how he has him so fooled, right? It's so demeaning that he doesn't even go to the corner. He doesn't hit it hard or nothing. How does he? How are they so fooled?
25 of 26 in his career.
He's like the Antinani of penalties, and then what's it called? And then he could have had an assist. I mean, he had put a dime to Duncan McGuire. That was it looked like the right foot. He didn't quite get the right touch, and the guy was right there, so he cut it back to his left, and they blocked it. That was Muriel had a lot of good moments, I thought, in this match. And man, you know what though? And then that goal for Freeman, right? You know how that started, right? Evo got the Marco pass, and he did a good job, catching. Getting the pass from the goalie, right, from the pressure. But who's the one that pressed? the keeper into that mistake was Muriel, man. He could
Muriel.
scoot a little more than I thought, right? Every now and then he's got little afterburners,
He got off the Gonzalo Higuain welcome to Florida
Nah,
MLS.
bro, that Junior
diet.
Columbia, that Junior Colombian burger thing shut down by his house, man. They closed it down. They closed it down on the off season. So
there you go. Hey, yeah, but he pressed. And then Marco did a great job bringing that down, being strong, holding up, and playing. And Freeman's got that warm burner across goal, far post.
Got it dialed.
He's got it dialed. Harry Kane said he learned when he started scoring a lot. Maradona came to Spurs training. He just said hit it low and hit it low into the far post to the corners. The goalie, when you hit it hard and low, keeper can't get down in time, and that's when Harry Kane really kind of broke through even better. That's what Freeman does, just low and hard, man, just bam, And that's great because from that angle, it's not that easy. Got to have a good strike, good placement. That was just right inside the post. Like my dad. Sometimes when you shoot, you score. That's right. And Freeman isn't afraid of that. He's got 3 goals. He's third or fourth on our team behind the DPs, right there. Which is great, having 3 goals already from there. And then Marco helped Muriel kicks the ball up to the sky. Marco brings it down or whatever, and then another goal. So three DP contributions. I mean, the DPs contribute on all 3 goals. Ojeda didn't, but also too, is this like Brecalo again at left back? I guess that's the starting. I don't know with Santos out, I don't know. I guess that's the thing. And then what is this? Ojeda? I can't hear. Yeah, Cleon, you're on mute. Yeah.
Left back though. This really seems like when he's in there, bro. It really seems like a third center back to me.
He does.
He's really far back there.
Yeah, I mean he did overlap on one, and just his feet weren't right because he's right footed. He did right. Did you see that Angulo did play him in on the overlap, and he just fumbled it because his feet weren't right. He's not going to offer anything on that left side. But we're more secure defensively. I mean another what's that 4 clean sheets in a row?
We did not concede a goal the entire month of April.
The entire 5 in a row, right? Yeah, the Galaxy.
It's only 4 in a row because we did.
4 in a row.
Let me.
The Galaxy, it was 2-1. It was 2-1.
Yeah. 2-1 against Galaxy, 0-0 against Philly, 0-0 against New York, 0-0 against Montreal, 3-0 against Atlanta. Right. But the entire month of April, we did not concede a single goal. So my big thing here is now, can the offense continue to stay hot while the defense is doing what they're doing? Because our next game is against a team that just conceded 7 goals. So
I mean, our offense is better at home. The Red Bulls in the first half before Rodrigo went full hot rod, as Jimmy says, our offense was cooking. And then against Atlanta, and they had their 2 defenders out, so a little caveat offense was definitely threatening. And look, we could have had another goal. Duncan could have maybe made that one. Nico squares it. atLanta got played in.
Oh man, he was.
How do you pull those through balls off, right? But then you're 8 yards away and you can't hit the frame, right? It's just funny how sports are, right? So how you can shoot a 3-pointer where you can't shoot a free throw kind of thing, right? So it's so it could have been 4, 5, 6 maybe, So we really tore them up, and that was good. And you guys think this Ojeda thing was just rotation or matchups, or are we just trying to get Duncan going? I'm trying to think big picture.
So from what I understand, I heard from a couple people that I guess on the MLS broadcast they said that he had picked up a knock or something like that.
Okay.
And then I think on the Evan Weston broadcast, I think they said that he wasn't feeling well, so they decided to go ahead and do a little rotation to give him some rest.
Okay.
Because they didn't think that he was full 90 ready. So I don't know if it was sick or if it was he felt tightness late in the week, as they like to say. But I mean, I'm happy that he was there. Because at first I had heard someone say load management, and I'm like, we're playing 1 game a week right now.
Right.
Miss me with load management. When during May,
LeBron James
during May with the Open Cup starting, we have a potential to play 9 games in the month of May. If you want to talk to me about load management in May, I will listen. That's a lie. But if we're playing we played 4 games in April over the course of 4 weeks.
Right.
I don't want to hear load management about that.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Like this.
There
is,
you go.
stuff
Yeah,
about
TED Talk on
fucking-
low man. Today we got the Balkans, conflict in the Balkans, and load management so far. 30 minutes in.
And then we're also going to get Cleon later is going to do his best Macho Man Randy Savage impression while he's cutting a promo on Atlanta being crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice. That's a good one. For a Tampa resident.
Oh yeah. Hey, the only reason mine is any good is because of the fact that I watched the first Spider-Man movie and I saw him do Bonesaw so much that. But I can't do it without being incredibly loud. That's the only caveat to it. Is I feel like Macho Man's just a very loud person.
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah. What a game. What a game. You go. We're talking about everything in the process of it. So let's go ahead and talk about some stock up, stock down. Cleon, you're quiet over there. I'm going to go to you first. You even have a
my
stock
down for the first time ever is my big giant son, Duncan McGuire. Get it together, my friend. I gave you some time. to get you because you come back from your little shoulder and all that. But we don't play football with shoulders, so you should be back by now. I know you shoot better than that. Just harsh love, my son, my big grown son. I know you got that dog, so let's get it together, please.
Oh wow, okay.
We'll take that.
Up.
Who'd you stock up?
My other full-grown son, Big Rico, with the promotion, finally where he deserves, sitting at the head of the table. That's right. That's right. Sitting at the head of the table, finally. So, congrats. And I was right. Because I said, I don't know if we had this discussion on air or off air, but I said when we were discussing it before, we said, why do you keep turning in all these jobs? And I said, you know what? Maybe this man already got a promise to be taken over or something. Like, even if everyone was to get fired, maybe he's just got a promotion already lined up or something, bro. Because it didn't make no sense to keep turning down job after job after job. So, anyway, I don't care how it got done, but it got done. Bravo.
It did make all the sense in the world for him to turn down the Kansas City job because, man, they turned out to be quite the dumpster fire. I get it.
Right.
I was gonna say, you guys missed out on us talking.
He's putting too much work here, bro.
I agree.
He's putting too much work here.
I
know what I mean?
I
like I wouldn't want to leave either.
You know who hasn't suffered from the curse of the second baby? Ricardo Moreno.
That's right.
Yeah, he's gotten better. He got two.
Getting better.
He's gotten a little grayer, but that's about it.
Yeah. That was great. Look, I've been saying it for years. Like, instead of like just promote them. Like, Muzi has an acumen for the stuff he's doing now. He's done a great job. They both have changed our club. So credit to both. Ricardo gets a lot of credit. Muzi should deserve credit. They both get credit. So it just makes sense. The next step that they both got, I think that's both deserved, and it just makes sense for both. I think Muzi will do well at this next thing, and I think Ricardo is going to excel. And look, honestly, whenever someone, a little trick for the young folks listening, whenever you get a vague title of your job, that just means you're going to do a lot of stuff because it's not clearly defined, right? Ricardo had this vague title. I'm not sure what it meant, which means he was doing a million things anyways, right? So a lot of the stuff he was probably doing, he's going to keep doing, but hopefully it comes with like a little extra comma or extra zero somewhere on that paycheck. And then he's got the official title. But, OCB's really turned around since he took over. That's going to continue. The Academy's cooking, shout out to them. Stock up to the Academy. There's a quick one right there. So I wasn't here before. Stock up to, next. Shout out, stock up to maybe the next guy who works his way up. I'm going to level Javier Carrillo. He's won 2 championships now with the Academy. When the Freeman's, the U15 team a couple years ago, U17s, I forgot. And then this one, he's won the national championships twice. So a shout out to him.
Yeah. And let's keep it a buck. These two's been doing these 2 jobs for a while. It's the same thing happened last time to where like the official promotion comes like years after the job's already switched. And I feel like this is another one of these cases to where Ricardo's been doing this for at least a couple years now at this point anyway. And Muzi's kind of already started moving on to that role he's been pushed into now. So
right. I just think now it's just
the credit. You know?
Right now it's just clearly defined like the streamline. Like you go to here, you go to there instead of maybe some overlapping, right, or redundancy. So so there's stock up to those guys, Muzi and Ricardo, the Brazilian brothers there. And then stock up to Javier Carrillo in the academy. And stock up to Kyle Smith, put in a shift at the 6. Good job, Kyle. He never puts in a bad.
Season, baby. Hey, it was tax deadline, bro. Like,
I think that's his best
right now. He's locked in right now.
I think that's his best position. It might be his best position. Isn't that crazy? Like, he's solid when in midfield. He's pretty solid. He's tidy. He's pretty decent 2-foot wise, and he has defensive instincts, so he does a job there. And but we, between Kyle, I mean, just what is such a useful player, man. Goodness, like we're literally on our third string 6, and we look fine. But stock up is the ultimate stock up. It's gotta be. I mean, Marco's cooking. I love him. I had my reservations and said which kind of version are we getting because of where he's from in stats. But I also said, because I'm not brave. I always kind of like qualify things. I'm not like Cleon, who's not a fence sitter. Just kidding. I said it could be where he's a big dog. The big fish or whatever in a different pond. He just needs that. He's got that dog. He just needs to get a new junkyard, and that's what's happening to Marco, man. He's out there killing it. But stock up has got to be out to Westa. I mean, look how different we look when he's in playing for us, man. Stock down. I don't know. I don't think I got anybody who did anything I would say wrong. Angulo, and we know what he is. It is what it is. I'm not going to keep pooping on the guy. So I just
his stock's kind of on the floor right now, to be completely honest.
Right. I mean, like, I get why he's useful, but like, I just want one of my teams to have a left winger who's not just a work rate monster. Between, I got Colombian Martinelli and Brazilian Angulo on both my teams. So I just want a left winger who could do a little bit of everything. Get a Marco on the left. Imagine what would happen. So,
oh jeez,
yeah. Imagine that. So, I don't got a real stock down. So that's it.
I mean, stock down. I'm gonna honestly echo Cleon, and it's just from a place of love. It's Duncan. We know that you got it in you. Get it together, brother. We love you. We need to start seeing that finish in front of net. And I've called him a dog 14 times today. So my stock up is Alex Freeman. I'm just gonna keep it there. Because that's the thing too, is we've been talking about how great he's been in attack, but I also want us to not like kind of downplay. He's also been very solid defensively, which I think is what a lot of us were kind of worried about.
He hasn't been a drop. He hasn't been a drop off at all.
Not at all.
Argue he's been better. So
right, and Cleon, we talked about this, and I talked about it with Javier. Like, was that like a preseason thing? Right, because not like saying, "Hey, look." Javier said Freeman's the next guy. Like, he's been hyping this guy for a long time. But I was just saying, I just know that finals, Freeman on defense was AWOL, man. It was a mess. They brought in the other Gooski, and he kind of toned it down and kept him in the game. My point is, on OCB and the academy, he didn't seem that locked in on defense. I thought it was going to be a problem. I thought it was just Breck Shea, where we just have a super athlete. We just got a pony on the outside, just want to let him run, And but no, man, he's well rounded because Oscar won't take that. Oscar said he was putting him out there when he was thinking defensively. Excuse me, and that Oscar holds him accountable to that because Oscar is with defense. So I'm super impressed. The offense, we knew that he had that, but his physical size. You know how when boxers they go up in weight, sometimes you wonder about the power it is going to carry. Right, being so young, he was overpowering OCB and the kids, but he's overpowering grown men. Like you watch him during a match, he's shoulder to shoulder someone off. He gets physical, he pulls people back, but defensive wise, his awareness has been good. He's been the way Oscar's defense. He wants you to intercept balls, be front footed on defense, right? And he's been doing that. He's been reading the game better. I mean, enjoy him. Like I said, sports is about moments. Enjoy him. Okay, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but I'm not sure how long. He's going to be a free man soon from Orlando.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
And yes, I heard your stupid little pun. And yes, I heard your stupid little pun. I just ignored it.
Yeah. That's what
it's going to be a free man. Come on, bro. do better. Anyway,
that was
Yeah.
easy. That was
no,
low
man,
hanging fruit.
I can see it. I can see it. I know we'll probably be split on this one because y'all will be like, oh, I see a lot of Alfonso Davis situation, man, with this right here, and I can see it. I can see somebody trying to offer a crap ton of money, man.
Oh yeah, you know that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But, and I know I'm different than at least one of y'all down there, Mike.
What's a vinegar guy over here?
I ain't trying to be Atlanta, man. Just throwing money around for nothing, man. I'm with the. You got a good player, you keep him, bro. So re-sign him if you ask me.
I got you.
Cleon's like Springboard League, all of that,
bro.
whatever. We don't care. Yeah. Make the league look better with selling. I don't care.
So speaking of that, quick little bit of housekeeping. This is a decent enough transition. You stocked up Muzi and Ricardo, stocked up Freeman. You talked about the fact that maybe he's not going to be here for long. We should probably talk about the fact that there was that new partnership that got announced with Black Knight Football this week. For those that don't know, Black Knight Football is basically it's Bournemouth, I think Lorient in the French league, Hibs in Scotland, and I think they also got a club in like New Zealand or something like that. But Premier League level team. Lorient's going to be in League One next year. And the thing that I think is most interesting about this, first off, Muzi's in his new role, which has to do with a lot of international partnerships. The first week in it, an international partnership gets announced. That feels like something that's a pretty good omen for what he's doing there. But the thing that I think is most important about this is who the head of Black Knight Football is. It's Tim Bezbatchenko, who is the guy that built the championship winning Toronto teams back in the early to mid 2010s. And then he took over at Columbus Crew and built them into a juggernaut in 2019. So the guy knows MLS, the guy understands MLS. So realistically, and he gets the value of MLS. So realistically, when Eddie's making that comment of, we're going to talk later about maybe we don't know what's happening with Freeman, I think what he's kind of implying is there might be a Premier League team that's kind of easily on his radar already because of the fact that this partnership, they might want to try and swoop in and get a first bite at Freeman with how good he's been playing. So obviously that's just conjecture. We don't know anything for sure on that, but with the way that he's playing,
I ain't giving up nothing.
No, but like train with them, with one of those clubs. Train with them, get loans from them, and Bournemouth is doing really well. They got a great coach. Yeah. They have a nice way of playing, in my opinion. They're not one of those little clubs who play like Brexit ball. They play. They got the Spaniard Doc. He looks like Doc Ock. Alfred Molina as their coach.
He used to play for New York City FC, by the way, back in the day.
He did. Yeah,
Areola, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My vinegar strokes is too much.
Right. Yeah. What's it called? But they. I want to see that kind of thing where at the beginning we kind of had that. Remember Rafael Ramos? We had these loans and these things, and we got that guy from Spurs. I like seeing loans. I want to see because it also sees how the league measures up and builds respect. If a guy goes on loan and says, "Hey, it's harder than I thought," or if a guy goes on loan and kills it over here, right? Or one of our guy goes on loans and kills it over there. It's all positive. So I just think it gives us access to more scouting, more depth of players, easier transactions. Different levels, right? And as long as we don't, I mean, Hibernian might not want to buy any of our players after Chris Mueller flopped over there.
Hey, we didn't sell him though, so it's not our fault.
Yes, yeah, true, yeah. But I just think I don't see how it's a bad thing, and it's great. And now when we say nights in the national anthem, it'll have a little more meaning,
Maybe. Maybe. But
bro, I can't even lie, man. I saw that announcement, and I really didn't know if there's somebody UCF or not, bro. Because I didn't know who the heck.
I thought it was Army, like
exactly.
West Point. I was like, what?
It's a college thing. Is
right.
UCF? Is his Army? And I didn't even bother to click the link. So
because they're like Black Knight. I said, what happened to the Cherries? I didn't know Bournemouth was part of that.
Yeah,
but
hashtag up the Cherries.
Now I know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go ahead. We'll give you guys Alex Freeman. Give us like Tyler Adams or something like that. Maybe he's comes back to America if he can stay healthy. We'll see.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's interesting to see how this is going to work. But realistically, I mean, can't be too mad at trying to create these kind of partnerships and stuff. So
No.
hopefully
Well,
it's one of those things that just kind of works for the best overall.
When you're massive like Orlando City, people want to start working with you. You know, what are you gonna do?
Exactly. Massive.
When you're massive, you're massive.
Well, speaking of being massive, we got to go play some Berhalter ball in Chicago this weekend. As I said earlier, Chicago Fire got beat 7-2 by Nashville of all teams last week.
Storage put 4 on them. That was like what he scored all last season, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, like halftime, he had a hat trick.
Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but after seeing them just give up 7, we got to put up like 13, right?
No, bro, it's on the road. It's Oscar. It's 1-0.
No, it's always the opposite, bro.
It's 1-0 Orlando City. 1-0. I'm saying it right now. 1-0.
Who's got the game winner for you, Eddie?
It's good. Duncan, buddy. I believe in Duncan. It's a matter of time, man. He's not
It's coming. It's coming.
And you know he scored a bunch.
He's
Like
coming. He's getting a hattie or a brace. I ain't gonna say a hattie, but
it's gonna be it's gonna be like 2 in a row or something, like 2 or 3 games in a row kind of thing. You know how it is.
It's coming.
It's not like he's playing bad. He just it's sometimes he's just running his tail off, and then Angulo can't score the ball. You know, it's a little bit of everything. It's not like he's blowing a ton. He maybe could have knocked 1 or 2 down, but it's not like he's playing bad. It's just getting minutes.
Because if you go back to the beginning of the season before it started, and you tell us at this point we had 0 goals out of Duncan and 0 goals out of Enrique, we'll be thinking we're in the tank right now, bro. And
remember Enrique scored like 6. Enrique had like a goal for like what 6 games in a row or some weird crazy.
Yeah, bro. We're not even stressing it, bro. It's like
not
it's
even.
like, okay, just catch your form when you catch it, buddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we're just killing, bro.
Right. Plus 6 goal difference. We still got a 6 goal differential. We didn't score for 3 games.
That's
wild.
Nice.
Wild. We're also still, I think, only 2 goals off of top scoring team in the league, and that's 3 games without scoring a goal.
We took a month off.
Exactly. Pretty much. Okay, so we got 1-0 for Eddie. Cleon, what's your prediction for against
Midwest? That's Duncan's country.
Playing. I'm gonna assume that the West is playing, so I'm going with. As a matter of fact, Cesar should be back too, right?
Yeah.
You know what? We back, bro. We back.
Oh.
We back. 4-1.
Whoa. Wow.
I mean,
I almost want to say 4-0, but I'm gonna go 4-1. Only because we do to give up some type of stupidness. Like Rodrigo gonna do something.
He hasn't been bad in like
another.
Yeah. Who's scoring the goals for you?
Muriel. Can Muriel get a brace? No, not today. I'm gonna go Muriel, Pasalic, because I mean the dude's always shooting, so you always got to just go with the odds.
Oh, I love it.
He's gonna put him up, bro. He's like Kobe, man. He's gonna put him up.
Right, double team, triple team.
Yeah,
don't care.
Oh, hater. You know what? All the DPs, bro. All the DPs are getting it in, and I feel like every time we say Duncan, he don't get it. So I ain't gonna say Duncan today. I'm gonna say something real stupid like Kyle Smith.
Right, I was gonna say Kyle Smith header or something, right?
I was gonna say how stupid are we gonna go?
We're due for a junk goal, bro. So
I thought he was gonna be so stupid. He was gonna be like, Caraballo.
Come on, bro. Come on.
He looks so young too. Right, and it's not even that he's young. He looks like a baby too, right? When he's holding a trophy, he's just like,
bro, because he is.
Yeah, he embraces. Yeah, they got those terrible haircuts those kids have nowadays.
That clip today, whenever they posted it about fighting the gorilla, and you see how he just walked off, bro. He ain't got no dog in him. He ain't got no dog.
because he's barely hit puberty
and just kept it moving. I was so disgusted. The only one that said, oh, 100%. And if it's 100 to me, he's definitely going down. And that was Freeman. My
favorite was Angulo, because Angulo did a thing my mom does when someone says something in English and then she doesn't really understand and she just kind of smiles and just keeps going. That's what Angulo did. Even though gorilla is basically the same word in Spanish, you know.
Hey, and you see my full-grown son said the exact same phrasing and everything that I used in the chat. He said, 100 dedicated dudes? Oh, 100% is going down. That gorilla's done for.
Oh God. Well, I'll give my quick prediction here. I'm going to go 3-0. I think we're going to go back to back. Give me a Muriel brace, and Ojeda gets back on the score sheet.
I almost went with a Muriel brace too, bro.
But that brings me, obviously, I had to go ahead and put this on.
I didn't even know.
I didn't even know. So, obviously, I just want to say I love that our team admin for social media, I love that he's chronically online, that he had the players answer this. And I love that Duncan immediately was chronically online, that he's like, yeah, my group chat with me and my buddies, we were all talking about this. And that's why, as you said, yes, 100 dedicated men, I think they could. Freeman said if there's 100 Alex Freemans, we do it. I'm here to tell you, ain't no chance in hell 100 men are winning, because you do not understand the strength. 100 men,
bro, you serious?
I'm dead serious, because you ain't understanding how strong his skin is, how thick his bones are, how strong he is. He can go ahead and create 4,000 pounds of pressure. You know how much 100 men can create? No way. No way.
Come on. Come on.
Dead serious.
Come on. 100?
100. 100.
100. I ain't
100.
I ain't talking about like some little kids, bro. I'm talking about them sickos, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. No, we might get canceled again.
Just watch your language.
The OG, the original thing was somebody was 100 black dudes, right? But I'm gonna tell you right now, that ain't going down, because we ain't doing nothing stupid like that, getting in front of no gorilla, because we ain't getting on the front line. We might come running in from the backside after the crazy white dudes are in the front. We need the crazy white dudes up front. 100%.
Florida man.
It's not getting done with a whole bunch of white dudes on the front line, because we don't mess with no animals, bro, and creatures and things like that.
Like, this is the thing. Look, Mike, you've never seen the story. Puerto Rican man or black man gets attacked by a panther hiking. Like, we just don't do that.
It don't happen.
Puerto Rican man, black man freezes on Mount Everest or on a hike.
It don't happen.
This is not, we're not starting it. Florida man, the guy who got that 15-pound or 10-foot gator, 15-foot gator on Crocs, wearing Crocs, that's my first nominee. That guy was started. You would go.
That's why the correct term. That's why the correct term, and this is what Duncan used as well, as I did as well.
Yeah, Duncan would
100 dedicated men.
Yeah,
there's a difference. See, I say 100 men, but I tell you right now, I'm not one of those 100. It's not going to happen. I don't care if I'm all the way in the back. I'm not going down, bro. I'm not touching that gorilla.
Yeah. I'm live streaming.
I'm not going nowhere near it.
I mean, it's important to make sure that we're noted here. No weapons, anything. It's bare hands. Like,
it's 100, bro. 100.
Yeah, like this is Cleon. Cleon's assuming coordination. Like, you just overcome him, but people aren't gonna.
You're
go
real
like
coordinated until a gorilla goes ahead and smashes a human skull with one hand.
The dudes in the front line, they know it's a good chance they ain't coming home. Right. You know what I mean? And that's some crazy country boys, man. You need them dudes up front. You need them up front, or them corn huskers like Duncan.
You need. So basically, you're saying you need 25 Duncan McGuires on the front line. You need those corn-fed Nebraska.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's not me. It's not.
Honestly, if there was one guy, okay, let's pivot this a little bit. Who are the two? Who are the two people that were definitely gonna go that would attack for Rodrigo, the first guy, and I say Duncan next, because he just because he got a dog in him, and he got that
Duncan's
Midwest.
Gonna at least analyze the situation. Rodrigo,
right. Duncan,
no.
Yeah,
I'm sending Kaká. Remember that one red card that he got where he barely touched the guy?
I'm gonna
like,
tell you right
he's
now.
He's just got those soft eyes. He's just gonna go get him and just make him fall apart.
No, bro, you can't destroy that beautiful face.
It's gonna be like that Michael Jackson thing where he put his finger on the gun. And it's like,
oh, he's right. Yeah.
Right. Oh god,
Kaká might be able to do that. But he ain't playing
no. First pick, I'll bring Kendall Jenner. She'll bring a Pepsi and just completely end war. It'll be perfect.
Yeah,
right. Oh, that's right. I remember that.
You gotta have them cycle commercial.
Right. What we just gonna do is when people were.
This got to be like Gooch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
This got to be like Gooch.
Yeah.
I'm still saying no, it doesn't happen.
I just if they could swarm him all at once, then maybe. But I just don't believe in the coordination. I just don't have that's why I'm not real big in conspiracy theories, because I don't think people can pull these things off. I don't think 100 men will coordinate enough. Like Cleon's got it like in waves. Cleon's like 10 whites, you know, like go for her. Cleon's got like, you know, yeah. Cleon said the Roman legion. You know, you goes first.
You can easily overpower
Gettysburg March.
That's my
idea.
With 100
Cleon's just
dedicated, ready to die men. I'm just saying. I don't know if you're finding 100 dedicated, ready to die men.
I haven't seen.
You're not.
I haven't seen someone ready to send.
It's going down.
I haven't seen someone ready to send white people to the March of Death faster than Robert E. Lee at Gettysburg. You know, and Cleon. Just go right up that hill, guys. It'll be fine. Go to the gorilla. It'll be fine. You know?
So Cleon says yes. I say no. Eddie says I don't think there's enough coordination to make it happen.
I think it's possible, but I don't believe enough in humanity to pull it off. But the problem is I kind of want to see it, but I don't really want anyone to die.
Don't worry. Hey, Mr. Beast said he wants to do it, and Elon already volunteered to be a part of the video. So maybe if I'm right, that's a blessing.
Eli, even though he's got the bone structure like a gorilla, like the chest is a weird chest look. You know, not bone density, but he got that weird chest. But I mean, look, when Elon fought Zuckerberg, remember that they were supposed to fight?
Yeah, and he ducked out.
He ducked out on that, so he ain't fighting no gorilla.
I know. As soon as he said that, I was like, "That's all talk." I know it.
Right.
So
the dedicated 100 men. That's the hard part.
Right. You know what? How about 100 Tesla robots versus a gorilla? That'd be funny.
That's still gorilla.
Wearing Meta glasses or whatever.
100% gorilla. I mean, the only way that maybe Elon wins is if he does that method of that one video that Lee sent in the group chat. And if you don't know, we'll talk about it after. All right, guys. Yeah. I'm going to put a poll up on the Spotify for this. 100 men versus a gorilla. Who wins? I need you guys to reply to that.
Dedicated. I just love how big it's gotten. This whole thing is hilarious.
Then I'll put two options: 100 dedicated men, 100 regular men, gorilla.
Nah,
100 Alex.
Regular men, they going down.
Hey, at least I appreciate you conceding that. I
would be more willing to say it's
50 of me and 50 of Eddie. No, it's not happening,
bro. I've managed to navigate actual fights pretty much my entire life, you know, because I just find one way. I've believe me, people wanted to put
bro.
Yeah. They're just like, I can't. Yeah, exactly. That's literally mostly true. You know, I figure some way out of it because people have wanted to punch me very often, you know, fairly often. But I figure out a way out of it.
Jokes, so, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? I got kids at home. I want to hit this. But you know, so like, my point is, I'm not brave stepping up to the gorilla, but I would be more inclined if it was 100 Alex Freemans. You know?
Yeah, fair. All right, so that's going to be the poll on Spotify. If you're watching along on YouTube, give us your answer as well. Let us know where you stand in the battle. And realistically, that brings us to shout out. So, Cleon, I'm going to start with you. You got a shout out this week?
I think my internet froze, so I didn't even hear you. You said me?
Yeah, you got any shout outs this week?
Man, that gorilla thing went so long, man. That might as well be my shout out, bro.
Shout out, yeah.
Oh, I got one. Because you know Eddie was talking about insurance earlier and situations and things like that. So never mind. I don't know if I should tell. I don't know if this one's fit for the show.
Yeah, I don't even know where this is going.
Let's just say I had a little incident this weekend. I was a little busy.
Oh, okay. I don't even want to know what this is.
Yeah, that's a camera's off story, I think.
Yeah, I'm included in it.
I'll say this.
I'm not a claims adjuster. Disclosure.
You know, we're really trying to get canceled this show, aren't we? You know,
you had an opportunity to stop.
They always say, right. You know, why you keep messing with them lad women? That's what they always say. Why you keep messing with them lad women? See, but I think I finally found a solution because I had all Puerto Rican before. That was too crazy for me, man. It was too crazy.
Famous last words.
I had all Dominican for me. That was too crazy too. But it was like 9.5 and half, right?
Oh.
So it's not full crazy at either one. You know,
that's the trick.
So
okay,
it's dangerous, but not quite deadly.
Who wins? Cleon versus 100 Latinas.
Oh, damn, easy. Easy. They beating the Gorilla too.
Put down the ball. 100 Latinos versus the Gorilla.
Hey man, the Gorilla just throw his hands up and walk away, bro. Like,
Again, I'm not putting in the poll.
Sandals flying at him. It's like, John. Well, yeah, that's it. Bro. Cleon working with the there's a thing called there's a mofongo, right, which is just plantains, right, and then there's a bifongo, which is like two like sweet plantains, ripe plantains. And then
actually has some of that.
The green, right? Right. Okay. So that's the key, right? So so Cleon, what you're saying is no mofongo, bifongo, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. That's the right. Little sweet, little salty. Yeah. Just right.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
All right, Eddie, you got any shout outs?
What do you spout out after that?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to stop us from getting canceled further.
Yeah. No, I don't think I can't think of anything at this time. But yeah, no, that's I don't know. I don't got nothing. But the Gorilla conversation has been so great, man. It's so great. Like it's old Twitter, like before it turned into this hellscape. You know, it's just old Twitter, right? Where it just blew up and it just became a whole thing, like nationwide. It's great.
Yeah, I just apparently today was my Twitter anniversary, and I like retweeted it, and I was just like, yeah, the brain rot's just getting worse and worse by the day. Like it's
right.
I remember this site used to be fun like 5 years ago. I used to have a good time on here, like, and now it's just all the time.
Right. Yeah, right, exactly.
But last thing about this weekend. And last thing about this weekend.
Oh, no.
PSA. Remember to change your garage codes.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, move.
Oh no.
Remember to change your garage codes.
Oh, that leads to a follow up. We'll do that part off air.
Yeah, the follow up's offline for that one. I was just gonna do a quick shout out just to the Orlando City supporters. I know I did it last week, but they sold out the Open Cup coming up next week. They sold up their allotment, and I've been talking to a couple of the ILF people because we got Colorado away in about a month and a half. And apparently a couple of them are talking about coming out here. So I'm organizing, getting to see a game with some friends. I'm excited about that. So shout out to supporters that are organizing all of that stuff. I love and love seeing it.
Oh,
appreciate it.
There's some great sports, especially ILF who just travels well. They're just good people. You'll have fun with them.
Always.
Good people. Yeah.
Always. Well, with that, I don't think we have a choice next week, guys. We have to get an episode out on Tuesday because we got the Open Cup starting next week, I believe, in the middle of the week.
We're going to destroy the Rowdies.
Yeah, we got to destroy the Rowdies. So let's get ready for that. Beat the crap out of Berhalter this weekend up in Chicago. Right. Get ready for the Open Cup. We'll be back next week. So vamos, Orlando, as always, guys. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you guys next time.
I want Duncan to score against the Fire and say, this is for what you did to America.
Come on.
Oh, geez.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Orlando Lions Den podcast. Don't forget to follow us at Orlando Lions Den on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. See you next week in the Den.